cut the fucking onions first?
Because then you can have your onions in it.
I'm making this for you!
But you're gonna eat it!
God, this is gonna be the fucking front of the whole thing. I'm making sure. This is number 2 of working with her on this show.
Yeah.
Because the last time, the fucking camera's cut out. And so we have a lovely helper behind the camera. I will call her God. Because
Lord
God's
Jesus.
Yeah, Lord Jesus Christ, the she.
So she, God is a woman. Argar said that.
Oh, sorry. Introduce yourself
Oh,
to the lovely,
yeah.
what I believe YouTube just said, I can fill up a jumbo jet now. So 500 people follow my page.
Alright, there you go. I'm Madison Morgan, and hello. This is round 2 of this lovely video. Which means I get to eat his food twice, and that's kind of great.
Yeah. Last time we did, baked cheesy gnocchi. And it was super good. You guys didn't get to see any of it, because camera 1 cut out, and camera 2's mics went out.
But we're here now to redeem ourselves. What are we making today, Nathan?
Today we are going to make a lovely lobster mac and cheese with no bacon bits.
I'm sorry, I'm lame. My mom made me eat turkey bacon growing up.
Wait, yeah, like what? Wait.
Everybody's shuddering in
wait,
horror
stop,
right now.
real quick. Why did that make you not want to eat bacon? Because turkey bacon is, I'm not sure if you know this, not bacon.
No way. Oh, this is news to me.
I know.
Well, I don't
I'm
know. I just, like, I'm not accustomed to the taste of pork, really. There's no real logical explanation. It just is what it is.
Okay. All right.
Anyways, today, though, we're going to have some lobster.
Yeah, we are going to have some lobster.
Oh, we get to cry first thing in this video.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. I want to get that makeup a little running.
Ooh.
So, would you
He's
tell...
done that before.
It's all only when I cook. I'm sorry. Would you tell everyone...
We're not going to talk about that stuff here.
Tell everyone of these lovely people, why should they know you? Why are you so amazing? What makes you this sexy goddess? Are you a porn star? Are you something else? What is it?
Oh my goodness. I don't...
And that wasn't trying to be a dickhead thing. That was literally just I figured, like, I want you
You're
to
not a
explain.
dickhead at all.
Oh, shut up.
Um,
Thank you, Mom.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to call myself,
Before you
really.
continue, the live side is flashing a different way. I'm not sure if it means it's not recording.
This is why we have you here.
Make sure
Yeah.
it's not- It changed.
How long have you been, I would like to say, I want to say amateur porn star.
Yeah,
even
probably
though,
the best way to put it.
Yeah, but even though I would suggest a lot more than that, because I've had sex with you, and there's nothing amateur about it, so...
Don't tell people. There's no documentation of that anywhere.
She a badass bitch. Yeah, so, like, how long have you been doing the amateur porn star then?
About 2 years. Well, I did webcamming since I was in high school.
Okay.
And so that was...
Wait, since you were in high school?
I was 18 my senior year.
Good
June
call,
1st
good
was my
call.
birthday. So it was late September 2012 I started. And then I did that for a long time. And then I started doing, like, you know, stuff with boys and, like, a little bit more out there kind of stuff. Shut up.
Like, stuff with boys.
Stuff with boys. I'm trying to censor my words here. About 2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. God, you haven't been doing this for that long.
Oh no, a year and a half.
Oh,
Year and a
that's
half.
why.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, a year and a half.
Year and a half, I lied.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, they're like, how's she that good? But that's why. You haven't been jaded by this industry yet. Got it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I started doing sorry, I get all these questions back up. Sorry it's so long-winded. But I started doing premium snack 2 years ago. And then we brought in the boys about a year and a half.
See what's her place.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
He's the featured coworker.
Yeah, it's nice to have. Have you ever had any other jobs
Oh
besides
yeah.
this? Yep.
Oh no, I honestly say, like, one of the reasons I think that I do okay in my line of work is because I've had a real job and I've gotten paid
That's
$8.
why it smelled. Dude, that shit's just
whoa.
that shit's coming out hard. You smell?
Yeah.
She's like, yes, bitch. What was your question?
Oh, that's great. Great question.
What was your question?
Great question. Oh, we were talking about jobs you had beforehand.
Oh yeah. I always say that, like, one of the reasons I think I do okay is because I have gotten paid $8.25 an hour. And I've had people scream at me. I've had managers scream at me. So when you go into, like, this field of work, you're like, oh wow, no one usually yells at me. At least I'm not getting paid $8.25 an hour.
Have you noticed?
What else? I worked at Hot Topic, I worked at Pizza Hut, and I worked at IHOP.
You worked at Hot Topic?
I did. I loved Hot Topic was my favorite job other than this one. I still can't eat Pizza Hut, by the way.
Wait, when did you work at Hot Topic? Like, do you remember the years?
It was, I was camping at the time. I was 19 to 20.
19 to 20, because you don't have any tattoos, and you're not,
No.
you don't really look that alternative. I know your music taste is.
Yeah, well, you probably have it. I need to show you some pictures from high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
I was seen out.
That's right.
So that's a part of the past. But what happened was,
You came into Hot Topic when it wasn't cool. That's what you did.
Shut up. I remember the manager called me and was like, hey, since you're gonna probably work at Hot Topic, you need to he was this cute gay guy, and he's like, you really need to darken your eye makeup, very dramatic.
Step up your game, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. He told me to wear lots of makeup, which I thought was fun. And yeah, they would actually come in and be like, hey, you're not matching the aesthetic. Not in a mean way, but it just is what it is.
No, it is. I don't. I worked at Abercrombie & Fitch, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are like, good to me. I'm like, it's not. They hired you to look a certain way, kind of look like someone who would wear their clothing.
If I got hired for a movie and it was for an Asian movie and I'm not Asian, I'm probably not gonna get hired for that role, am I?
Probably not. I remember on a random note, I saw this one girl, and I understand you don't have to get super dressed up for this, but she's like, I work at Olive Garden, they told me I need to brush my hair more and put on a little bit of makeup, and I was like, sorry, it is what it is, baby. It is, I know Olive Garden's not a 5-star restaurant, but it's,
It's got great breadsticks.
It's got the best breadsticks. Actually, I know the internet's mad at Olive Garden, but I think Olive Garden is delicious.
Wait, why are they mad at Olive Garden?
I don't know.
Is it some, they do some racist shit or
No, I think people are just joking about, well, I don't think they did anything racist.
I don't think so either,
I don't
but
think so.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know either. But yeah, I think they were like, oh, it's not actually fancy. I'm like, fuck you.
I will agree with that 100%. Olive Garden is
No.
not fancy, and it's not even good Italian food.
It's just
But
good Americanized Italian food.
It's cheap, it's there.
It's cheesy.
Yeah, it's cheesy, I'll eat the shit.
Alright, so what are we doing now?
Oh, we're gonna break the lobster. Oh, yeah.
You got this.
Yeah, I remember there was one time I was working in the kitchen, and I had to do, I think it was, I forget how many pounds of this shit, but it was 70 pounds of these, so my hands were bleeding by the end of it just because of the shell.
Are you sure it was bleeding because of that?
Yeah.
But then you can enjoy your onions.
I was making it nice. It's not, the onions bringing a flavor to it.
Are you taking me to Flavor Town?
No, I guess not.
A disclaimer, I eat like a child. No, don't throw away the onions, Nathan!
Why?
Nathan, just leave the onions!
What? No, I'm the remote.
I regret everything.
Yeah,
Put
you
the
should.
onions back!
You read everything.
Alright, what was your next question gonna be?
Oh, that. One second.
This is fascinating.
I haven't done this in a while. I kind of feel embarrassed it's taking me this long to do it.
I don't know how to do it at all, do you?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
I worked in kitchens for a long
You're
time.
a chef, Nathan, and you're hot. You can take as much time as you need to break that lobster.
This is the nice. I'll just take off my shirt and, oh, sorry guys, it's taking so long.
He looks really good without a shirt. I'm gonna touch them titties too. He's flexing, by the way.
Hell yeah, I'm flexing. I got a hot girl touching my titties. I don't see.
Is it coming out?
Yeah. Okay. So, did you go? You didn't go to college, right?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I actually. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you really think I'm that uneducated? No, I'm just kidding.
Bitch, it's a fucking interview show. I can't act like I know you or I've had sex with you multiple times.
Well, it happened once. We were drunk. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. So.
Go back to
Actually,
that.
we should tell the story of that later. How we met.
Oh yeah,
do
we
it
will.
now.
Yeah, no. I want to. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
They don't give a fuck about me.
Okay. Well, first of all, my college education that everybody's dying to hear about. I've gone to community college on and off since I was 20, and I'm not going right now because of fucking COVID. So I always had a feeling that I would hate online schooling, and I had to do it for half of the last semester, and boy, was it terrible. So I'm waiting till I can actually go back and be a real nerd on campus.
What class you were taking?
This, I only took English just because there's so many papers. I took one class. Because I'm an overachiever.
You are such
Also,
an overachiever.
like, I don't really need to have a, you know, I don't have to have my bachelor's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and I'm busy with, like, my career, so, you know. My grandma said I don't have to go to school full time, and she's, like, 85, and she knows what she's talking about. And she's rich as shit, so I'm gonna listen to her opinion.
I 100% agree. But your grandma's like, bitch, have your phone, make your money.
She was the first person I told about my job, and she was the first person in my family to be like, okay, great.
Yeah?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
That's awesome.
She's the only family member I post about, actually.
You post about her?
Oh, yeah.
She hot?
My 85-year-old grandmother.
She on back?
She looked like Elizabeth Taylor, and she's still pretty.
Into it.
Mm-hmm.
Not into it.
Yeah, okay. That's the spirit.
Alright.
He's kind of a pervert. Actually, do you want to hear a fun fact of why divorce was created?
Yeah, yes.
So, King Henry VIII, who is
Oh, I know what.
infamous. Oh yeah, you know this because you're smart. Infamous for having so many goddamn wives.
Yeah.
His second affair he had. So here's how it used to work. So if you were the king of England and of other countries too, you could have as many affairs as you wanted to. If you're a woman, too bad, you die. You just die. They'll kill you. But if you were a guy, they're like,
Should've been
that's a
better
king.
bitches.
He's a king. Should put his dick in everything. So anyways, King Henry VIII had an affair with this woman named Anne Boleyn, as you all probably know. And he was cheating on his Spanish wife.
As you all fucking know, obviously.
They probably know, Nathan. So anyways, but all that being said, he wants a son. He really, really wants to fuck this girl. She won't put out. He's like, you know what? I'm going to separate myself from the Pope, and I'm going to be the head of the British Church. So the Church of England was created, and he did all that so he could fucking marry Anne Boleyn. And she could pop out some boys, but yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's actually there's a couple great TV shows on that. There's a
I hate them because they're not historically accurate.
no,
It
they're not.
angers
They're
me.
not historically accurate, but it gives people the understanding better on at least history
Yeah,
because
yeah.
nobody, at least most people, don't want to watch like historical documents. I'll sit there and fucking nerd the fuck
Right.
out of them.
I've read like books, a bunch of books about him and his wives. and
Yeah,
all
I mean,
that crap.
I think it's interesting fuck, but not everyone thinks the same way.
Yeah, there's other kings and queens I just don't care about, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
As long as it gets you interested and you want to like know more about it, I mean that's what really matters.
The more you know. Boom.
But that's why divorce was created.
You wanna have a divorce?
I sure do.
Yeah, we
You
get
want to be
married.
you want to be a second husband?
I didn't know you had first, but fuck yeah.
So back on the, I guess, the porn thing, because I guess people want to know about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What made this job so enticing to you? What brought you into this? What made you feel that this was the right go? Because there's a lot of positives and negatives to this job, as we
Yes.
both know. So let's talk about the reasons you wanted to come into this, and then we'll go other routes.
Okay, got you. All right, so the alluring factors were, I would say, I know it's like a joke at this point with the whole like repressed childhood thing. I hate to say it, but yes, that factors in. It really, really does. So when you're taught like, because I was taught like you have to stay a virgin until you're married, and sex is so gross and dirty, and no one should ever want that. And the first time you have sex, you will get pregnant and die.
100%.
That was Baptist sex ed. So anyways, for that, of course, it's going to naturally make you more curious about it, especially when you're like a horny teenager. You're like, why does everybody hate this? Remember, I was going to be a virgin until I was married.
What?
Yeah, that was my resolve for a while. And then I turned 14, I was like, nah, fuck that.
Wait, did you get a promise ring?
No, my sisters did. I didn't.
I had a promise ring for a second.
Yes, of course you did. That's
Yeah.
hot. No, I didn't make
She took it.
My parents were going to get me one. I was like, haha, you might not want to do that.
Sorry.
So, anyways, my point is, so the repressed childhood makes you more curious about it, and then I always was just kind of a whore. I don't know how else to put it. Like I remember I would, hook up with a lot of boys in high school, and people were really judgy about that, and then I never, really understood why that was a problem. I just thought if you're, attracted to someone and you're not hurting anyone, who cares? So, of course, though, when you're in high school and you're younger, not everybody feels that way, which is totally fine. But I remember being confused as to why that was so wrong. So when I got older, I kind of always looked for that, I feel like, for other people who had a similar mindset. We're just like very like sexually adventurous and like just very open. And I feel like obviously adult would be the number one place you're gonna find that.
I mean, it does kind of. I'd say it's definitely sexually adventurous.
Adventurous, yeah.
But I'd say it's the most vanilla sexually adventurous. If you're talking about shoot like mainstream wise.
Yeah, no, I could. I mean, I don't know because I don't shoot the mainstream stuff, but yeah.
Sorry, that was current events for me.
Oh yeah. No, I get your point, but I guess that's like kind of the obvious answer for where you're gonna find that.
Okay.
Just to be clear, I love my mom. She's like the second coming of Christ. She's so nice. She can't cook. I've said this to her face. I love her, but she doesn't like to season. And but one thing so I don't love my mom's cooking. I'm just throwing it out there. She's an awesome mom. That's just, one thing. But she does make great banana bread and she makes really, really delicious lasagna.
What's it with white people knowing how to make good banana bread?
Something about us. That's the only thing we know how to
We know how to stick fucking bananas in the fridge, let them fucking go around, and we can make hell of banana bread.
Sometimes she used to make chocolate chip banana bread. And I only like her banana bread. She's the only kind I like. So that and her really cheesy lasagna.
Okay.
And then my grandma would make pancakes and they're bomb. And she's not super domestic, so it's like really cute to like watch her do it.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you find it very interesting that a lot of not white people, I'm just going to go with that, say that white people cannot season their food?
That's true.
Do not.
It's true.
Is it?
It's 100% true.
My dad,
not every single person, but yes, as a majority, yes, that is true, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, it's super frustrating because for me, my dad was a cook for a second, in between being a pastor, and so I always
Oh, he was a cook too.
Well, he just worked at a couple restaurants when he was younger.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't a cook. He just did.
So
it for
you're
a
like
second.
a chef.
Yeah, and so it's like the taste that they were trying to find out when I was like a couple years ago that like a lot of people were seasoning their food. I was like, what?
Which is bullshit.
Yeah, not everyone does, but they're what is it? Stereotypes are made for a reason, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, white people could learn to season their food.
Yeah. Salt goes a long way, guys.
Italians are excluded out of this conversation, by the way.
Remember, if we look back in history, Italian people aren't all white because they
That's
were
true.
invaded by the Moors.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh.
Blonde hair, blue eye, gone.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
But everyone should season their food. Everyone.
100%. But yeah.
Let's make that baby tonight.
Oh God, let me put some babies in you.
And then you can go visit Kenna.
She'll suck it off. I love this job sometimes.
Sometimes.
Alright,
What was the next question? Let's do a non-adult related one.
Non-adult related.
You should ask me what my favorite cheese is.
Oh, I was gonna go a way different route than that.
Okay, well ask what was the other question. We can come back to cheese. But we should talk about cheese.
I was gonna hit a whole different place.
Oh.
Because you are a history buff, and this is a lot deeper, maybe not even a fun one for you to answer. Big history buff, and you understand American culture.
I'm not
American
talking politics.
This was like,
I was about to
how
say.
do you feel about what's going on right now?
Don't want to talk about it.
That's what I knew.
No.
News is
I want to answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's just, I understand that people are very excited about their party and people are really excited about politics, and I think if that's something that it is, I understand why that's important. The whole emotionally charged arguments I'm not really a fan of, and the not being friends with someone because their opinion differs from you, I'm personally not a fan of either. I have friends who vote for both parties, and I think that's fine as long as you're an informed adult who wanted to make their. What am I trying to say? I hate talking about this stuff, but
it's tough. I know this. I'm trying to get to a place with this show where I can actually ask better questions. I was not prepared today, and that's because I went surfing this morning. Obviously, both things sound stupid now. But
I think that just having so many emotions tied into it is just a bit extreme. I think making your own decision, like looking into things and being logical about it. That's what I think is best, personally, whatever side you're on.
Yeah. Okay, guys, just remember, left or right, don't matter. Compromise.
Yeah.
Compromise, just like a marriage.
Yeah.
Guy, female, or whatever you are, don't matter. Just remember, we're all different people from all different backgrounds. It's okay
to together as we We went. I don't know. It's a High School Musical song.
Have you had a favorite scene that you've been a part of that is totally my question?
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter how graphic or how raunchy. Just
I will PG it up.
Yeah,
for you
let's
guys.
do this. What was your favorite scene?
Favorite?
What was the gnarliest scene?
Oh my god.
And what was the worst scene? You don't have to name names. Just
Oh no, definitely won't name names.
Yeah.
The gnarliest scene was I did one where I like degradation a lot, and I don't really do that on camera too often. Just 'cause, I don't know, it just doesn't happen. So, which is frustrating, but whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna really degrade it up. So I like went to the store. I spent like $600 on like all the supplies you could find. So I got like the mouth stuff or the ball gag. I got
stuff.
I got like the tape they use to like tie somebody up. I got like a little pentagram outfit, and then what else did I do? I told him I was like, write slut on my forehead with lipstick.
How was it? Like it? Tastes like shit?
It was so good.
It's cheesy. It's so awesome.
And then I shot with this one French guy,
Oh yeah. Well,
Manuel Ferreira.
Ooh.
I accidentally peed on him. Wait, can I tell the story or is that
Yeah,
too
tell
much?
us wrong. What?
Well, okay, so if you're a pervert, you probably know about this guy. So I was told by everybody, like, oh man, like this guy is just awesome. He's won like best male porn star a bunch of times. He's a bunch of girls' favorites, and I was like, oh, dope. But I'm like trying to not get my expectations too high because I'm like, okay, I don't want to like overdo it. So we shot together. He's like the nicest person ever, and everyone kept telling me he was just like super, like he talks dirty like the whole time, which is super cool.
You just did this the other day, right?
This was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it, yeah, because last time I talked to you.
Yeah. So, anyways, it doesn't hurt that he's French. So, whatchamacallit. But yeah, no, he was just really disgusting, and I loved it. Like, just everyone, like, I like a lot of dirty talk, and I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, for someone to talk dirty to the entire time was super cool. But the peeing part, so you know when they do like the jackhammer thing with when they're inserting fingers into a certain crevice and there's two of them and it's going at a rapid
like I'm
pace.
making any money off this, so you can just tell them what you fucking mean. I don't know.
Anyway, so they do the kind of move, and in my head I was like, I don't know what's gonna come out. If I'm gonna squirt on this guy or if I'm gonna pee all over him. But I feel like he's not gonna care. So I was like, whatever, and then I peed on him. And so after the scene, he was like, I was like, sorry, I peed on you, huh? And he was like, I can't do his accent, but he's like, oh, he's like, I thought it was so hot, I licked it all off.
Let's go play Super Smash Brothers.
So that was fun. I liked that. For me, like, he did a great job, of course, but I love that, like, he was gross enough to where, like, that I peed on him, he just, like, didn't care. Like, it didn't faze him at all.
Dude, if there's anyone who actually gets phased by getting peed on,
I've had girls pee on me on
I've
accident.
had so many people pee on me.
But that's because you're cool and you're really chill.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's in the scene. I'm not like I'm gonna be like, huh! Why is there Pedialyte on my face that wasn't from a bottle? Check that motherfucker out. So guys, now we're gonna take a little break here, stick this bitch in the oven, and we're gonna come back in a second.
Yeah.
Cause I gotta pee and kill this fucking fly.
Get him.
You know, okay, so as a person who loves working out, and I do it a lot.
He does.
I really do. I like working
He
out.
does.
I do a lot of interesting things if you don't know.
He does.
Anyway, to work out with someone like you would be the most
Horrible experience for anyone.
irritating thing. Because
I treasure our friendship, and that's why we'll never work out together.
and you see,
ever.
this is why I said no to the hiking video with you and Abby.
Oh yeah. Is that what you did?
Yeah.
You guys. I don't even care to tell the whole story anymore. It's too late. Okay, fine. I'm gonna tell it anyways.
Tell the story. Yeah.
So my friend Abby and I, we were like, let's do a hiking video together. The three of us are gonna film something for our websites.
Two of us love to work out. She does not. Most places that
When I think of a hike, Nathaniel, I think of a nice leisurely stroll
I totally understand that. Now,
where we put out at the end, and it was going to be awesome.
Here's the problem with that.
So-
In California, if you get caught having sex in places, you get put in the sex offender list.
Why did you just say all that?
Because it's easier to say that I do not want to go an easy hike. I want to go to someplace no one's gonna fucking find me, so I can have sex with you.
Basically, Nathaniel was like, oh, he messaged it, so he doesn't tell us any of this. This is all news to me. So this little fucker is like, oh, I just don't think we can do it today. It's just, I checked it out right now, and it's really packed. I don't know if we want to do that. So Abby and I's theory was that he wanted to film this video on a bed where it would be more comfortable for him, which it would be. That was our theory.
Yeah.
But we knew he was bamboozling us. I didn't know to what extent. I didn't know to what extent the bamboozlement went, but now we know, ladies and gentlemen.
I just was like, you know what?
And also, he knew I went out of shape piece of shit, and I was gonna complain the whole time. So that's actually pretty smart.
How dare you? I don't think you're out of shape piece of shit. I just knew you wouldn't like to do the long trek up this fucking hill that we had to go to. And also, I drove by it. There was actually a lot of people there. At this particular one.
Liar! It's enough time has passed where he knows I'm not gonna actually get mad at him.
I don't think you would have got mad at me on the day if I told you that.
Honestly, I would have probably just been like, you're right.
Wow. I have a question. So which sexual position do you guys dislike the most? Each of you.
Oh, that's a really good question. Well, here's the thing. Every position I was like, I can't fucking stand this. Because, okay, I had to relearn a lot of positions I thought I knew when I started doing stuff on camera, because what looks good on camera, what actually feels good, vastly different things. I'm going to try to answer this so I can eat this. What I dislike the most would be... honestly, I dislike strap-on stuff, not because it's not super hot, but I have no muscle memory doing missionary. There's just zero muscle memory. So I'm sure if I practice it more and got good at it, but I can't do a pile driver well. I can't do missionary for after 3 minutes, I'm fucking dying. So I would say with strap-on stuff, with guy stuff, I think there's not really a position I don't like, but I'm kind of a whore, so there's that.
There's 100% that.
Yep. Fuck.
That wasn't so hot. You're really good.
It's really hot, but it's good.
Ooh.
This is the best you've ever made me feel.
That's the Nathan Bronson promise, guys. I may not fuck you good, but god damn it, I'll cook you some food.
No, but in all seriousness, this is fucking, it's hot as fuck, but it's so good.
So,
So,
now that everyone's enjoyed our lovely conversation about a bunch of stuff that probably doesn't matter ever to anyone,
true.
Tell them where you can find you. And is there anything new that's coming out in your ideas and what you're doing in life? What's going on? Blah blah blah.
Oh my God, this
so
is-
we can eat the rest of this food and get through it.
Alright, I'm gonna get through this real quick because I want to fucking eat. Okay, and you've all heard me talk forever. At Madison Morgan X is Instagram. At Madison Morgan XO is also Instagram. Madison Morgan XO is Twitter. Onlyfans.com/Madison Morgan. TikTok is at Madison Morgan X. And I'm fucking hungry, so ta-ta. Love you all.
Guys, remember, enjoy. I'm glad you enjoyed this new episode.
Hopefully.
New episodes coming. Bye.